Private and hard money. I talked about this briefly when I was talking about no money down loans. And here we are talking about private and hard money again. What is the difference though between private and hard money? Well, private money is a loan directly from an investor. So if you talk to your friend or somebody else and you say, hey, loan me $100,000 to buy this property, that's private money. Hard money is a little different because it usually comes from a broker who connects a lender and the seller for a fee. So if you go to the person and say, hey, I want to borrow money, the hard money lender turns around and finds one of their lenders and says, hey, I have a great buyer for you, or seller or whatever. Go ahead and lend them some money. Private money usually has better terms. I've seen some people get private money lenders for as low as 6%. It could even go lower because it really depends on what return they're looking for. If your particular person has all of their money tied up in bonds at 1% and you offer them 4%, they may be willing to take that. It really depends on who you know and what you can get them to agree to. Hard money usually has very high interest and very high points. I have seen hard money as high as 14% with 4 points. And I've also seen it as low as 10% with 1 point. Now usually the points go straight to the broker. That's their finder's fee. The interest usually goes to the lender. Not always. It really depends on what their agreement is with each other. But that's what you're paying for. That's what those points are for. And that interest is to compensate them for the risk. New investors have higher interest rates and higher points. Now, hard money can be very risky. Its terms are very short, usually 6 to 9 months and no longer. And there can be very high fees if you don't close in time. I've seen them with 6 months, 12 or 14% with 4 points for a 6-month loan with another 2 points if you have to extend it for 3 or 6 months. So you could find yourself paying 4 or 6 points just to get the hard money. Now, hard money is usually used for flips, but I have used it for, and I know other people have used it for, purchasing rentals, but only under very special circumstances. Because remember, a rental property is a long-term purchase. A flip is a short-term purchase. Now, I've used it to purchase a rental property, do a lot of rehab, and then I refinanced it and paid off the hard money lender. Those have to be really good deals to do that. And you got to have no other money available to do it. Because remember, you're going to be paying $5,000 or $10,000 in interest and fees to these people. So it is available, but only use it under the right set of circumstances, and you have to understand the risks involved. And honestly, if you're doing rental property, you need to make sure that you can refinance it on the other side. You don't want to be stuck with a hard money loan, a property you can't refinance, and it's not going to sell for what you want it to sell for, or it's going to take a long time to sell it. So be very careful with hard money loans. But private loans are great because they can be structured any way you want. If you can make a 4 or 5 year term on a private loan at a low interest rate and finance the entire down payment on a property, or any combination, because it's up to you to negotiate with the lender.